Yo, this is Brian with SOSHELMAG. I'm so excited you're tuning in today. Thank you so much. We're getting this podcast back up on the right track. This is the revitalization. Is that even how you say it? Revitalization? I don't even know. Of SOSHELMAG. On this episode, we are featuring Chef David Ho and Hannah Park. So Chef David Ho is an aspiring up-and-coming chef, future Michelin star chef. We got a chance to meet him over his K-Project coffee. Through that, he kind of shared some of his aspirations. We hit it off, and I was like, dude, I really like this dude. And got to talking, visited his first tasting menu, got a chance to sit down and just experience the goodness he's creating. And the experience, too, in the kitchen. It was super cool. And through Chef David, I met Hannah, who's a talented videographer, photographer, and just a great person to be around with. Such positivity, vibrant personality. It's just fun, and she brings Pepsi AC with her, so she's amazing. Definitely well needed when we're eating food, like we did on this episode, and drinking some beer. But had such a great time, and I can't wait to share this experience with you guys. Big shout out to SEVA. SEVA has been helping me out this summer. Been hanging out with her, getting a chance to know her, and someone you should definitely know and follow. She's got a pretty amazing perspective on life and traveling all over the world as well. But yeah, follow all these people on these podcasts. Big shout out to Bryant Street Market, just an amazing group all around. The Bryant Street Market is based in Northeast DC. They have so many cool restaurants and really building a community there, kind of what we are all about here at SOSHELMAG, so just aligned. My favorite people here in DC, Taqueria Habanero, amazing food, even better people, and we're going to be tasting the Al Pastor, their tacos here. They have so many different varieties. Huge fan, and man, these tacos are amazing. Definitely check it out. And lastly, before we move on to the podcast, just a huge shout out to the best bar in DC and best bartender, Team Alegria. Man, they have amazing drinks. The mezcal is off the chain. They have specialty cocktails, and the experience is amazing. Like, they take you through a story, as you're drinking your drinks, and kind of share these experiences and really get to know the personality behind the drinks. Jose is amazing. Martine, just the whole crew, Will, Yeezy as well, like just an amazing group of people. I cannot stress this enough. Go check out Alegria, have fun, enjoy the people, and it's an experience that you will definitely remember for a while. It's really cool. Anyways, all right, moving on. This podcast, we talk about Jollibee. We talk about food, we taste food, we drink beer, we do all sorts of stuff, and this year has been like the best year of my life. Seriously, meeting people, the experiences, and just learning more about myself, learning about who I want to surround myself with, learning about the people that I want to bring to SOSHELMAG, and it's just been quite an experience. And with so many ups and downs, with just life and learning how to navigate through that, it's been such a learning experience, and I'm so glad, so happy to be kicking this up again. But yeah, this is the podcast first, Revitalization, SOSHELMAG. Enjoy, have fun, be social, live your life. All right. Yo, welcome. Welcome to the SOSHELMAG podcast. We're just chilling here at Bryant Street Market. I got Chef David and Hannah chilling here with me. So thank you. This is like the first kickoff to like rejuvenating the podcast. So
Oh, did you have one before?
Yeah, I had a couple, and then I kept changing it. But this one's good because I'm going to keep it consistent, and I'll be chilling.
So what were your first ones?
To rejuvenate, yeah.
Wow, I feel special.
Yeah, you are. So I got to give a shout out to a couple people. First off, SEVA, thanks for hanging out. She's behind the camera. You'll probably see her pop in the video. She was helping me set up, vlogging a little bit this morning. Shout out to Bryant Street Market, who let us use this space, and then Taqueria Habanero for getting some tacos over to us, which just showed up, and Pepsi AC. So Hannah,
oh, I don't know, it's over there, I think.
no,
Thank you, Pepsi.
So what a lifesaver.
I guess first off, thank you for being here. You guys are awesome. I've only known you guys for like a month, but I feel like I've known you for a bit of time. But yeah, why don't we start with David? Introduce yourself, and then we'll go with Anna.
So my name is David Ho, and I am currently an aspiring restaurateur in the DC metropolitan area, where my goal is to promote Vietnamese cuisine and just showcase it for what it is and to elevate it to the point of Michelin.
Nice. Hannah?
Hi, my name is Hannah. I am a photographer and videographer.
Where are you based out of?
The DMV area.
Yo!
DMV.
So, this is kind of cool because, as I mentioned, I'm like rejuvenating it, and I really want to get some cool people on it, which is what you guys, I think you're super cool. But Chef David, what I wanted to talk to you about is kind of like, yeah, I know you're super young, you can't think that far back, but let's think about like how you got into cooking. Think about like, the why, and then kind of share with us like why Vietnamese food.
Well, back in the old days,
When you were 5.
He was like 22. He just turned 22.
hey, you're not supposed to tell people that. But anyways, I guess cooking for me was, I started taking cooking seriously when I was 13. When growing up, I'm a first generation immigrant. My parents immigrated here through war. I'm classified as a refugee. I still have my green card, so I could prove it.
Resident alien.
But growing up, it was pretty rough. There was a point when I was 13 where it caused me I did reach homelessness at some point. And it was for 3 months where I was living on the playground. Luckily, it was summertime in Virginia, so it was fine. But I was living in the playground, eating Safeway from the garbage can, their plastic goods. And from there, I had a breaking point in my life where, do I choose to live or do I choose to just end it all during that moment? And luckily for me, my friend who at the time in high school, who was also Vietnamese, it plays back into it, but they took me in and helped me get back on my feet. And my first job at 13 was working full-time at Chipotle. So I managed to become an emancipated minor. So I was allowed to work 8 hours a day. And that was my first intro to professionally cooking. Growing up, 7th grade, I always liked cooking. I always took interest. I always watched like Jack Pepin on PBS.
Yeah.
There's all those people. I always watch those infomercials. You ever seen the one with the skillet? For some reason, I always...
The copper skillet one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they always did like food infomercials, 30 minutes long. And I always watched it every single weekend. For some reason, I always found it interesting for me.
The rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, it was so
Set it and forget it, dude.
It was so good. And my first ever, I still remember my first cooking experience was learning how to make a cake. No recipe. Keep in mind, I was 8 and I didn't have milk at the time. But I remember going to a farm in kindergarten and they mixed some white powder with water and they fed it to the cows for milk. They told me it was milk. And my dumbass at the time thought, oh, it's any white powder I could find in the kitchen. So I mixed flour and water to make.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is milk. So then I mixed it and it was the worst cake of my life. It was so dry and crusty, but it was fun. It was the first moment I felt I had an outlet to do whatever I want and kind of to see the fruits of my labor.
Yeah.
Because I think that's why we're all in the creative field, is we want to see the outcome of our hard work and just how the people react to it. But circling back to just high school, I lived with my friend's mom. She took me in, and the hospitality that she gave me, the love that she felt for me, and the Vietnamese cooking food was really bomb too.
Yeah.
But that is something that I want to emulate throughout my career. That's what shaped me to do hospitality. Is her hospitality for me is something that I want to share with others, and as a way to honor her culture through me is to share Vietnamese cuisine. So ever since 13, I want to make something with my life with cooking, not just for me, because if it was just me, I would have quit already. It's hard as hell. But it's because there's people around me that support me and share the vision, that it's not just for me. I'm basically carrying the support of everyone, and I want to see their effort and their support not go wasted. And so ultimately that's why I want to start cooking. And the Michelin, I always wanted to do Michelin. Yeah, that's my goal. CIA was always on my radar ever since I found out that the CEO of Chipotle is actually from CIA.
What's CIA?
The Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park, New York. It's considered the premier culinary school. It's the Harvard of culinary schools in the United States. And for me, that's where I want to go. I got a recommendation, caught in, and that basically sums up my whole biggest reason why I cook for a living. It's the people. It's the support and just the honoring of the people that have brought me to this point, because it's not just through me, it's through the people around me.
That's cool, man.
Just like Hannah and you, Brian.
Thanks for sharing that. That's super cool. And I think that's why you're like such a cool, humble dude. I'm just thinking about, your tasting menu and how you learned the butter. Did you bring your butter?
Yes, I brought butter and
You brought the butter?
No.
Oh.
I brought it from him. I took it home with me.
To be honest, I kind of left it outside in my garage and it melted. So,
No. We're going to have to do a session. We're going to do a session of you making it, if you're going to share it. But that's super cool. And so Hannah, which is like your I don't know, business partner, I feel like, in a way. Like, how did you guys get to meet each other? Because this is pretty cool.
I met him through, how did you find me?
ISA.
Isa, yes, Isa. That's a mutual friend of ours. She introduced me to him. She told me that he used to work at Moon Rabbit, and he's like trying to do his own thing. So I've been helping him since. Yeah, I've been helping a lot since then.
So how long has that been?
When did I first meet you?
January?
Right? Is that around the time you quit? Yeah.
And you want to talk about the first time we ever met and our first photo shoot ever?
Well, apparently that's not the first recollection, because he used a piping bag, but what was it, like wax paper? Yeah, he taped together wax paper, made a funnel cone thing, and then he was piping it, but I was just first of all, it's wax paper, so it's starting to get soggy, and it's this lumpy little thing he's trying to fill up his little eclairs with, and I'm just standing there, I'm bro, you good? And then the first time I met him, it was the plates. He didn't have any plates. So I had to put the pastry on just the table and just take a picture like that. He had no plates. And then ever since then, he has enormous collection of plates now.
Nice.
Ever since she told me that I needed plates, I bought a bunch of plates.
Yeah, he has a bunch.
That was my first interaction with Hannah. She walked in and I didn't know what to expect for a photo shoot. It was my first time.
Just like this.
Forgot plates, and in my head, I was like, the table looks nice.
It had scratches all over. I had to Photoshop it and mask a bunch of stuff, but it's okay. It's okay. That's why what?
The food.
The food was good. Yeah, the pastry was really good. And then he had another pastry chef that did it, and then he just did it himself after.
But it's a testament to Hannah's skill. The fact that I came with nothing and she managed to make it look very nice with nothing, and the fact that I was very ghetto, which no one saw it, so that's what matters.
What do you mean? Sophie saw it.
Yeah, but no one saw on Instagram your pictures. They saw.
Do you have
I can
photos?
expose you.
Yeah, see?
Black me out.
You'll see they progressively get better because he's more prepared throughout.
He knows what you're looking for. But you're into food too, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, I am. I love food.
So what's your experience with food?
Well, my brother is a chef. He's worked at Sushi Taro for a couple years, and He's at a different place now, but before that, like when we were younger, my dad would cook a lot too. So like, and my mom, like obviously, like I'm Korean, so like my family is like all about like food.
Yeah.
So I've always been into eating.
Yeah, I'm just like thinking right now, this is kind of cool. We got like a Vietnamese dude, Korean girl, and I'm Filipino.
Pepsid.
Let's go, Team Pepsid.
Team Pepsid.
Yo, I took one. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
You haven't even started drinking yet.
I even drink it.
Is that okay? So that
You can't test it. We can't test it yet.
So I want to know, Hannah, like when did Pepsid come to life? Like,
Dude, I've been taking this since like I've been drinking at a legal age at 21. My friends got me hit to it. They were just because I get really red. I don't react very well to
with
it.
every Asian.
Yeah, so like when I take like one or two, it subsides the redness.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Wow. So this is like a complexion thing.
The moment you
Less
took it, you're like, yeah, I feel great.
I do. I feel good. But yo, let's talk about some of this Jollibee food. Like, what are we doing here? This is insane.
I've never had Jollibee.
Wait, really?
Smackers. Also, really random. I used to also work at Chipotle, so it's funny that you said it.
Yo, I know Chipotle does some weird shit in the kitchen sometimes.
What do you mean weird shit?
Not my kitchen.
I enjoyed it.
I was on point.
I made the most fire tortilla chips. I did.
I made the best guacamole ever.
Wow.
I was the avocado master,
The avocado.
Hey, the butter master.
not the butter master.
So, you grew up with it, tasting this stuff? You did?
My
Have
first
you had this?
the shit.
Yeah.
Jollibee spaghetti, this sweet spaghetti, it's crack.
This is not sponsored by Jollibee, by the way. So the reason I told Hannah and David to bring whatever inspires them, and David's like, dude, I'm getting Jollibee. I thought he was joking. And I guess he was in line this morning and brought some goodness.
You didn't tell me to bring something.
I didn't.
No, you didn't.
Oh, because your email wasn't working.
Oh.
It's okay. But
We do have a group chat, though. You act like we don't have a group chat.
Dude, sorry. Sometimes I get lost. I got Instagram, emails, texts. Sorry. You brought the Pepsid.
Yes.
if Jollibee does want to sponsor,
Dude, we're
spaghetti for life.
Let's go. So, yeah, tell us about your history with Jollibee, man.
So yeah, I had this first in 8th grade, and my first experience was spaghetti, and I never had spaghetti before this, so I never had bolognese or anything. So my first ever time eating spaghetti was this.
Damn.
And I thought this was the norm. So when I went to an Italian restaurant and I got spaghetti, I was like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? It's so bad. Because I based it on this spaghetti because I was like, yo, this is crack. It's so
sweet.
So,
This is made out of banana ketchup?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So good. Are we going to try some or what? Can get messy, man. We're just chilling.
It will get a little messy.
Yeah, so can I tell you how I grew up with Jollibee?
Yes.
Yeah,
No?
get one
Can't
for
tell
SEVA.
us.
But yeah. Oh, yeah, she doesn't eat meat. Sorry. But we got peach mango pie.
Pie. You want peach mango pie?
Yeah?
Yeah, and we got your food over here, too. Yeah, so I grew up in the Philippines till I was like 10.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we grew up on this stuff. Like, go to Jollibee, it was like our McDonald's, but the food menu here is a little different than back home. So they have like rice, they have, other dishes. I sent a text to my aunt in the Philippines like a month ago. I'm like, yo, check out this Jollibee food. And she was like, oh, yes, that is catered to the Americans. It was like, yeah, but she was like, yeah, this is what the kids eat over there. I was like, oh, okay, my bad.
Stay forever young.
Don't disrespect.
Yeah, he's like, that is not Jollibee. I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, let's try this. I want Hannah to like dig into this. I'm gonna use my hands.
Oh, for the spaghetti?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they just started opening up a bunch of Jollibees. Like several years ago, there's only like 3 in the U.S. or some shit.
Yeah.
It was like California had one, New York, and there's one in Virginia Beach.
And then when I came back to you, I think it was 2021.
Yeah.
The closest one was in Maryland, and I lived in Springfield, so I would have to travel an hour. Well, it was worth it, but I would always have to travel an hour
You can do whatever you
to
want.
get there. Try the spaghetti.
Yeah, hold on. We're literally just hanging out. This is what the podcast is about.
Is this, am I supposed to dip this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, what is? It's KFC but butter.
Here, can you move the chopped chicken bucket? Put it in the corner over there so the camera can get Hannah's first time trying chicken. Team Pepsi.
Team Pepsi.
But yeah, Jollibee is like one of those things where you go out and you enjoy yourself with your family, friends. Like, hey, we're gonna go get Jollibee.
Or you enjoy the entire family pack by yourself.
Yo, there's hot dogs in there. Did you know that?
There's hot dogs?
Yeah, that's a Filipino style.
Interesting.
Hot dogs, sweet sauce, like Martin. Yeah, this is my guy. Yeah. Yeah, it's recording. Come in, say hi.
¿Cómo está?
This is David, Chef David, and then Hannah, and then you know her.
SEVA! Hey, what's up, guys?
He's the man. This guy.
Yeah, I know. It's the man. It's the best producer in the city. I want to work with his.
Well, we'll see you. We're gonna go over there when we're done. Have you had Jollibee, Martin? This is the best. He's amazing.
They're there.
You can't eat the chicken without the gravy, Anna.
Okay.
Right? Is that
Sometimes, have you ever drank it? Just like slipped out. Like, am I the only one that's like in love with Jollibee or what?
wait? Drink the gravy?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's like you sip on. It tastes really good.
I put it over rice, and it's a game. It's a game changer. You're the spotlight, Anna.
Oh, me? Okay.
You go first.
I feel like an immense amount of pressure.
Do you speak Korean?
I do.
You do.
Just a little bit.
And
It's not. More than a little bit.
I speak just a little bit of Vietnamese.
just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
My friend's grandma is teaching me how to speak Vietnamese. I
Oh,
get scolded
cool.
every time because the pronunciations are always that.
So many different.
Yeah. What accent changes the whole meaning of the word?
Wow.
Like, I forgot what word. I'm not gonna say it, but
Sick.
the accent changes from like a normal word to like a cuss word.
Wow.
I'm like so close to offending someone.
That was such a Korean thing. You just said, "Oh, wow." Like, I speak Ilonggo, which is a dialect of the Philippines, but I sound like very like westernized Ilonggo when I talk, but I understand it like fluently.
Which island are you from?
The Western Visayas. I'm from Iloilo City, so I don't specifically know what like specific island, but
I mean,
I should probably know more. All right.
I was born in Manila actually.
Oh yeah, I think he told me that.
So I'm Korean Vietnamese, but I was born in the Philippines.
Dude, that's so badass. Yo.
You guys are taking too long.
And we're waiting for you. Yeah, we were waiting. And then you gotta dunk that in the gravy.
The spaghetti?
No, the chicken.
This is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude,
I don't know if it's because I'm really hungry.
Here.
I was so good.
Yo, I'm bringing a Pepsi a lot because I thought you were joking. But this is very good. Like, from a chef's point of view, like, what is this? Is this just like soul food kind of feeling? You know, like fills your heart.
But
I must say,
Nostalgic.
no matter what restaurant I ever go to, I'm so sorry, nothing will ever beat Jollibee. Even eating at all the restaurants I worked at.
Did you dip it
I have been. It's so good.
with the gravy? You dipped it with the gravy. Okay.
But Jollibee just hits somewhere that no other
Takes you home, man.
Yeah.
Like somewhere in your heart.
Is there one in Maryland?
Yes, there's one in Silver Spring. And there's one in Springfield, right?
Yeah.
In Alexandria. There's one in Alexandria.
Alexandria, and they're opening one in Chantilly too.
Yo, I live too far from everything. I need to move back.
What are you doing? Seven needs a roommate.
Wait, I thought you live in Argentina.
School's everywhere. So Seva, like, it travels everywhere. She's been everywhere, and it's funny if you follow her. Like, when she's not here, it's pretty entertaining. I don't know how she biked the craziest mountain road in the world. She's nuts, and people were, "You're nuts."
Steep?
Oh,
No. Oh my gosh. Wait, like bicycle or like motorcycle?
bicycle. This is amazing. I didn't know what to. I have to go through my agenda on the podcast and go and forget what we're gonna talk about. I did have food break in here, so this is good. Dude, Vietnamese culture foods. Like, what's your go-to? I know you're eating. This is not Vietnamese, but
My go-to Vietnamese food is something called pate choux.
pate choux.
So it's meat that's wrapped in puff pastry. It's similar to either a Wellington or a PTVA, French cuisine, because I'm pretty sure it is based off the PTVA because Vietnamese has been dominated by French cuisine.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my go-to chaya, which is spring rolls, pho, or bún bò Huế. If any Vietnamese person is watching this and I butcher the accents, forgive me. But bún bò Huế is one of my favorites because for me, it's not like pho, but it's very nuanced. It's kind of like spicier. There's a lot more exotic cuts, if you will, like blood cubes, all the things that isn't muscle or prime meat. It's in that soup, and it's very exciting.
Dude, that's so cool. So like in the Philippines, we have dinuguan, so like pork blood, and we also have a couple of weird, not weird, but like we have balot. You know about the balot?
Mm-hmm.
I wish I should have brought some.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, dude, the fluid in that thing and
They said the fluids, the moist.
what do you call that?
Moist.
The liquid,
The membrane.
Juices.
the juices. Okay, what did I say?
No. Fluid.
The fluids. Oh God.
I think the closest thing Koreans have to like blood is like, do you know sundae? Mm-hmm. With that,
What do they do with it? Like cook it?
dude, it's like blood sausage. And then it's like it's like blood in a casing, and it's like blood sausage.
It's like burst like tapioca balls.
You cook it, and it's like you cook it with noodles, or you mix it with noodles, so like it's like a firm texture after it's cooked. But like there's one time, oh my gosh, if Jenny's watching this, this is my best friend. Her mom owns a Seoul Sundae spot, or it's a Sundae spot, and it's called Seoul Sundae. It's out in Annandale.
She owns that?
Yeah, her mom does. OG, man.
I love that place.
Do you? Yeah, I love it too. You should go there a lot.
Now I'm in.
But I was helping her. She asked me to help her like film this tutorial on like how to make it. So it's like they're gonna use it for like training use, right? Yo, like I enjoyed eating sundae and I loved it, right? Until I had to shoot it and I saw how it was made, and I was like,
Yo,
this
that's
is fucking intense. So I couldn't eat it for a while. Like I think I didn't eat it for like a year, and then I recently started like eating it again. So
I gotta try some of these foods. Yeah, there's a lot of cool like specialty foods, and obviously like in the Philippines they have great seafood. Like the food there just tastes so different. I'm sure in like other places too, Korea. It's I don't know, kimchi is great. Like I love kimchi. Like my wife loves kimchi. She'll like, I think she's more like international than I am when it comes to like foods. As far as you know, your Vietnamese culture, is smashing spaghetti. Talk to us about a little bit like of K Project. Like how did that come about?
So my original intent behind Vietnamese fine dining is to open a restaurant, like do the $100, $200 tasting menus with multiple courses. But as I continue to, I guess, develop it, I needed a way where, because my goal is to have it approachable to everyone, right? And if it was just towards a certain socioeconomic group of people, then it would defeat the purpose of trying to promote Vietnamese culture and cuisine. So Cake Project was the birthchild of basically me. I recently started drinking coffee.
Yeah.
And
he said this one was better than his.
No.
Crazy. Don't say
maybe
that.
it's
Sorry.
because I haven't drank that. I drink my coffee in a while. That's okay. Because I drink black coffee, my coffee black. So
This is black.
I just like it with the cinnamon. So K Project was a way to do a more approachable, yet it's still core Vietnamese, more approachable way to showcase something special. Because almost everyone I talk to, the 99% of people I talk to do not know that coffee, in terms of coffee, Vietnam is the second largest producer of coffee in the world, second to Brazil. And it's the number one producer of Robusta coffee. So anything that involves your cold brews and sorts, anything, if you taste like the bolder, earthier components of the coffee blends, that's Robusta coffee. And Vietnam is the number one producer of it. So I want to, it's not just my question is why has no one known about this? Why is mostly coffee, people talk about Colombia, Panama, Latin American countries or even African. So I wanted to showcase this kind of coffee from the Eastern standpoint, like Vietnam coffee, and just show people, hey, there's more to coffee than just the Latin American countries.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to showcase specific coffee preparations of Vietnam. So this is a way that everyone loves coffee here. Everyone drinks coffee every day. So this is my way of saying, why don't you drink coffee the Vietnamese way? And not just not the Cafe du Monde, because that one's made here, actually. So the beans I have, they're from Nguyen Coffee Supply. Her name, the founder is Sarah Nguyen. I knew about her before she became, I guess, big.
Where's she based?
New York City.
Oh, okay.
And she imported beans from Vietnam. So she talked to the farmers. She got to get to know them, the farmers. And so when I buy from Nguyen Coffee Supply, I know that my beans are being sourced responsibly, and the farmers they're local and they're paid well, and it's their livelihoods that they're enjoying what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right. So I know how they are. I even know some of the names or like the people that are behind the coffee beans themselves. So that's something that I really love about it, is that I know who they are. I could tell where they're from. And for me to showcase the beans here is, especially in the DMV, it's starting to get a little bit more known, Nguyen Coffee Supply, but I think in January, I was the first one in the DMV area to showcase this bean or brand, and to showcase Vietnamese egg coffee, because a lot of the Vietnamese community eating center, they were telling me how there's no one doing egg coffee here. So that was my way of, let me show people.
I love it.
And the pastry is just, it doesn't have to be Vietnamese, my pastries, but it's just reminiscent of just certain Vietnamese flavors, whether it's pandan or the first one I ever did was the Clasamada, was more of a homage to my Filipino roots.
Yeah.
That was really good.
That is so good.
But yeah, so that's where the coffee came. Plus it tastes really good. You know what I mean? Like this is, I'm okay. I did say it was good, but looking back, I think like drinking, especially with the new coffee beans that they gave me, it's a pea berry robusta, and I'm doing a lighter roast this time. It's a lot more nuanced than the one I was using before. That was just in your face, like bold, very earthy, like hits of tobacco, everything. This one is more nuanced. It's on the fruitier side. It's a lot lighter.
Yeah.
So it's a balance between robusta and Arabica, even though it's just pure robusta. So it's more approachable for people here.
So let me ask you this. The family that took you in, were they Vietnamese?
They're
So
Vietnamese as well.
did you see them drinking coffee in the morning? Like what kind of coffee did you see grow up seeing?
They always drink it. So there's something called a fin filter. So it's basically
Bean?
fin,
Oh, I thought it was Finn.
like Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, I thought it was Finn.
No. I can't pronounce it either, but I know it's not.
It's like filter.
But they drink it to that. It's like it's like a slower version of a pour over, and it just extracts all the coffee, and that's how they drink it. And then at the end, they always put condensed milk into it. So that's like the OG way of doing it. And whether they use instant coffee or the Cafe du Monde, that's what most Vietnamese people use. And funny enough, ever since I showed my brand, like doing the Nguyen Coffee Supplies brand here, a lot of like old Vietnamese people were like, wow, this is like in Vietnamese, and I had someone translate to me saying like, wow, this is really good. And then they bought bags home, and now they buy it personally themselves.
That's cool.
So that's something that I'm very proud of. Like, if the old school people can enjoy it, that means I'm doing something right?
And it's funny because like Hannah's always there, right? So like, yeah, I trust your palate, but I think I also trust her palate a lot too, just because she's around that. Do you get to try like all those different varieties? Are you a tester?
Hell yes, that's part of the contract. I have to taste everything I shoot. I have to test it. That's not.
If she doesn't like it, she won't shoot it. Sure.
I'll throw the plate on the floor and like do it again. Gordon Ramsay style.
Dude, relax. We got tacos still. He's like, it doesn't matter. Let's clear some of this stuff out. SEVA, could you help us, please?
But his food is really good. I'm not glad.
Dude,
Sometimes I freak out when people would say it's good. It's like, is it really?
Have you
I'm gonna
tried his
keep
pastries?
I have.
You have? I mean, it's pretty good. If my mom crushed like a whole box of like the things like, man, what was it again? Eclair shells, right?
Eclairs.
Yeah. So he made a bunch of he had a bunch of extra eclair shells. And first of all, my mom is like such a hard ass when like she doesn't like buying things, or like she's like it's too sweet, or like why would I pay for this? It's too salty, or like she's like one of those like critics, right? Which like I brought it home and like yeah, thank you. I didn't even say like it was for her or anything. I just had it on the table, and then I left, and then she called me, and then she was like, oh my gosh, I finished like pretty much all of them. And I was like, there's like 6, 7 like shells in there, so you finished all of them? She's like, yeah, I only had like 1 or 2 left. And I was like, but yeah, she liked it a lot.
It reassures me a lot. And there was one time when she told me it was like okay, like freaked the fuck out, kind of like, yo, it's okay, it's only okay. And I kept like almost interrogating her, saying like, what's wrong with it?
Yeah.
What did I do?
You kind of have to. Like you want to like make it better.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. All right, so another food break. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we have tacos, and SEVA can come join us if she wants, because there's food here too. But so Taqueria Habanero is awesome. Great people. I don't know if you guys have known them or whatever, but family-owned business, and their food is just awesome. So what I got is the Al Pastor. I really like their Al Pastor. And I think they have a Michelin Bib Gourmand. Is that what it's called, Chef?
Gourmand, yeah.
Yeah. They have one for their tacos. So let me take these. See what this one is.
Al Pastor is
That's Seva's. That's yours.
vegetables.
So I got us octopus and then Al Pastor.
Octopus.
Yeah. Whoa. Which one is
I've
that?
never had octopus.
All right. This is the Al Pastor. Should we get plates? Do you mind going over there? You're the best. She's the best. Please give it up for Seva.
You know, one of my life's aspirations is learn how to ride a bike.
You don't know how to ride a bike?
Bro, let's go make that happen.
You want to play some city bikes out here?
Hell no. You're about to be...
Right there.
Let's do that after. Let's go.
So fast though.
You like to be crashed on the sidewalk 13 times in a row, like 6 feet.
I've taken my dog biking in Rhode Island.
When did you learn how to ride a bike? This is a great Asian like thing when you're in the U.S.
Yeah.
Because everyone's got a bike store.
I think I learned, my grandpa taught me back when I was like 1st grade, I think. And then like he got me my first tricycle and stuff. And then like I rode around with the tricycle, and then a little bit Is that what you're laughing at? What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at him, but then there goes your all Saint discount shirt, bro.
My discount. No, don't do that. You're supposed to
Dab.
Yeah.
With the water.
Sorry.
Yo, Jollibee, this is what it's about. You got to sponsor this dude.
Great me.
Thank you.
They'll wash off.
Oh, yeah, that's what. Can you rip that? Oh, shit.
He said, can you rip that, and did it like what?
I started little tear. Oh, yeah, you're going to sleep good to that snack.
Gravy flavored all Saint. Dude, all Saint, you better not see my
What are you saying?
He's going to take a nap. So, yeah, this Al Pastor is freaking bomb. Oh, and they have the habanero sauce. You guys got to have some of that. It's really good. All right, so go ahead. We're going to do the Pastor first.
You guys want the lime on them?
Yeah. Do you want?
Yeah.
I got Pepsi, so we're good.
He's feeling great.
Dude, I am. Like,
oh my gosh, I'm so scared.
now we got
On the phone.
phone germs. Phone and,
okay.
and lime. I think lime kills it, right? Or lemon.
Lime. It's okay. It's acidic.
It's acidic.
You guys want to get some tequila and pour it over?
Yeah, let's do it.
Some mezcal.
Oh, dude.
No.
Not mezcal. I got the beers in there. So sorry. I did not intend for Seva to like do all this stuff. No, we can open it. So yeah, let's dig in here. Hannah, you start. You're in the middle.
No, here, let me pass one off to David. Give me your plate.
Yo, this is Filipino beer. You've had this, right? San Miguel?
Oh,
Filipino. Yes. Filipino beer.
My pants.
Oh.
That's impressive.
Yo, this guy's gonna smell like beer and gravy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All
The
right.
most awkward cheers ever, guys.
Cheers.
Oh, again.
Cheers. San Miguel.
Now you can say you feel great. Oh, this is actually really good. I don't even like beer.
Dude, this taste is amazing.
This just looks so intimidating. It looks like really dark
No, it's light. And
beer.
dude, it is so tasty. So my upbringing, you get cases of this, is drink it all day, eat food, fish, talk.
As a kid,
I sat with my uncles. I had beer at a pretty young age. Did not like it.
yeah, I did not.
At the legal age.
Yeah, 9.
I like Terra. Do you like Terra? The cream beer? Yeah, that's like light.
Dude, isn't this great?
Yeah.
It's like so refreshing and
It caught me off guard, not gonna lie. This is good.
it's light. So let's try this El Pastor. All right, Hannah, you go first. Oh wait, who got? Oh, you already got yours. Do you like hot sauce? Did you pour some on there?
I love hot sauce.
So, dude, this thing is amazing. Like, here's the hot sauce. SEVA is also a coach at F45.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, she's amazing. Rides bikes, lives in Argentina.
So
Right.
is at 45 like you work out for 45 minutes, right? Like
Functional 45, yeah. That's pretty cool.
All right. Did you guys try it already?
no.
All right, here we go. Cheers.
Papa cheers.
Spill it over. Let's go. That's delicious, right? Man. We probably had it sitting for a while, but
So good. Nothing beats LA tacos though.
yeah, I heard the tacos over there amazing.
Have you not been to LA?
I have. Didn't try their taco though. San Diego.
I've never been. For some reason I always end up in like Los Angeles. I only went to the Bay one time. It's always LA.
Oh, that's kind of spicy.
I told you. Yeah, let's talk about your tasting menu. And Hannah, how much did you try of the tasting menu?
I got a little sneak peek before he had the actual menu. Or the actual dinner, sorry. That was pretty good. He didn't give us everything on the sneak peek though, because I don't know why. But it's okay because I got to try it the day he had the dinner. It was what, 5-course meal?
No.
7, 8.
I thought it was like 12.
But he it's funny because we agreed I would come early and I'd shoot it before his service started. Wasn't even ready. It started like almost 2 hours later. So I was just getting shots of BTS. But after I had finished shooting it, I would just take bites of it afterwards.
Yeah.
Which is nice. So did you try everything?
Yeah. I sat down. So, Chef, how did you you've always wanted a tasting menu? How long did it take you to kind of come up with this stuff? Months?
So, I always wanted to do a tasting menu. That was the format that I want to do ever since graduating. My first R&D was Amber Rabbit. So I was meant to R&D the tasting menu there. And then things happened where it was better for me and Kevin to decide to split up and me go my own way with him supporting me in the behind the scene. So R&D started in December. So the summer menu was basically the culmination of all 7 months of just like testing, researching, and not just for the summer season, but for all seasons. So right now I have a fall menu, a winter menu, and a spring menu planned. So the end goal is to have a menu where it rotates through the micro seasons, because early fall, the squash or the vegetables that are seasoned at the time isn't going to be the same as late fall. That makes sense because the temperature differences, everything changes. So because it took the first 7 months was just for all of the season, so it's becoming a lot easier to R&D in the next season. But it took about 7 months to R&D the menu that you had, with everything from just how I wanted to look, how I wanted to taste, how texture, how people perceive it, value as well, like from a financial standpoint, but also just temperature and how executed. You know what I mean? And by all means, the first pop I ever did was, by all means, that's far from where I want to be at, but it's a good start from what happened. That makes sense.
That's so cool.
If you enjoyed the menu that time, it's going to be way better in the future, because that is just one. It was the first one, so it's always couldn't be the test bunny, the one with the most errors.
Yeah.
But as I continue to refine it and continue to hone in on the small details of all components of the dish, and as I start to source my product more, and as I start to learn more about the history of my own cuisine, I'm able to further showcase that through you guys and having you all enjoy the menu that's further nuanced and that's far from what the norm is.
Yeah. It was really good. I mean, you enjoyed it, right?
I did.
Yeah, I went to the first seating.
Oh, I remember I came up and I was like, oh.
Yeah,
you're like-
I didn't even notice you, and then I looked up. I'm like, oh yeah, she's serving now.
No, he was short of hands, so I actually, yeah. You're laughing because you know what I'm about to say. I'm about to expose the hell out of you right now. So I finished shooting, right? And he was so short of hands. And they're like, oh my gosh, what do we do? What do we do? And like, we have to bring this up on one time. And because it was like the dessert menu. So I was just like, do you need help? And he was like, yeah. So I helped run the food up with it too. That's when I saw
Dude, yeah, your hair up, and like you look like, I think you had, I don't know if you put on a shirt or what, and I was like, oh wow, oh hey.
I don't even know what I was wearing.
Did I ever
I was
say
not dressed for a fine dining tasting menu. Probably had like street clothes on.
Did I ever say that Hannah was the best photographer I ever had in my life?
No, yeah, let's talk about that. How helpful has that been?
Helpful?
Oh, to him.
She's been carrying me on her back. I'm pretty heavy, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, she's been a very great supporter of me, and she always supported me since. So I always cherish it.
Well, cheers.
I value it.
Cheers to Hannah.
Oh, Hannah and family.
I know. I'm so good.
I always said you were good.
I know. I'm just reaffirming.
Me too.
The funniest part about the tasting was when Chef David had he was gonna get towed.
I saw you capture that part.
Dude, that was so funny. It was funny because I don't know, I was full, and I was telling him an hour before this fiasco happened. First, let me tell the fiasco, I guess, and then we'll ask what the heck was going on in your mind. So he was gone from the kitchen, and I'm filming like the kitchen stuff, and they're like, hey, where's David at? And they're like, I don't know. And then he comes back in. He's like, dude, I'm about to get out of a towing thing. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, this guy's going to tow me. I'm getting out of it. Goes to the kitchen, grabs this container full of like goodness. I don't know what it was. He walks out, and I'm like, dude, I'll follow you. He gives it to the guy. He's like, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. He's smiling, going back into the kitchen. And I forgot what the other guy's name is.
Jin?
Jin, yeah. He looks up at you. You're like, guys, I got out of a tow thing. Take it. Oh, my God. Saved my life. This is amazing. And then he looks at you with the empty containers like, I hope you didn't give away that full one. And then you're like, wait, what? You're like, you gave away the full one. We don't have enough for the dessert. So
We made it work.
So he's like mixing stuff. He's like smiling, tasting stuff. And they're like,
Internally freaking out.
all three of them are so, I have a picture of it and I sent it to him. They're all like pissed off. And then he's just smiling. He's like, and I don't know what you did, but that was hilarious. I have images to capture the moment.
They were pissed. Hey, but listen, it's about going on the fly, okay?
What did you give away? That was the mousse?
It was coconut mousse.
So
What I did was I just made more on the fly.
but barely, right? You guys like maneuvered something, made it smaller or something.
Yeah, we made it smaller and then it became a soup.
You know what's crazy? I used to work on A Street, so parking, don't fuck with parking over there.
Yeah.
Parking sucks.
Luckily, the guy was super nice. I'm not gonna say his name because he told me not to, but
Dude,
he got me with the hookup.
Dude, the funniest part though, like an hour before that whole thing happened, I was upstairs filming the guests, and someone asked me, so like you were here earlier? I'm like, yeah. And then he goes, what's like the best, dish? And I go, you guys are gonna remember the dessert. That was so memorable. You will not forget it. And then this whole thing happened, and I was like, God, dude.
Hey, they didn't know what it looked like, okay?
Wasn't there supposed to be?
There is ice cream. It was just,
It's inside.
it was inside.
No, I didn't get ice cream from mine.
Really?
Yeah, it was inside.
You couldn't tell the layers. It was like very meshed.
Yeah, it was very like, texture was the same. Like the puree of the ice cream were almost texture, but you tasted it.
But dude, I have to give you like an applause because that's, you know, very, one, you're putting yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? And just like, hey, let's just do this. And I love that. Same with Anna too. Like just doing whatever, going around. I'm going to film this, working with so many cool people, meeting up with me randomly in a cool coffee shop. That's a cool spot too.
Yeah, that was.
And I don't know, it's just cool to meet great people. You know, you have SEVA behind me breathing on my neck. But do you guys see that?
Oh, yeah. Don't they? These mics are nice. Don't they? Isn't this brand like for DJs?
Probably. I don't know. I gotta get a new mic for David because I feel like that's kind of messed up. But it's just cool to like mess around with cool people. And you guys are super young, so it'd be cool to see you guys grow. Maybe. What?
How old are you?
36.
36.
I think I'm gonna have a birthday party in October. Okay. I don't know where. Let's make it happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's have a good time.
Jollibees. Jollibees and Pepsi all day.
Every day.
This episode sponsored by Pepsi AC. But you also have peach mangoes here. But let me see my agenda though. But this has been fun. Like I wanted to keep it light. You guys made it super light, and also just let people know a little bit about you and put you guys out there. I'll tag you in all over the place on socials and SEVA too. But this has been a lot of fun. So thank you. Are we gonna try these later?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but
Okay. I'm down.
But thank you for just randomly coming into the store. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, let's talk about it. That was so random. I forgot about that.
Like you walked in just saying, hey, what's up? I was like kind of groggy. I was like, what? What's going on? And then as we were talking about it, I was like, oh, this is kind of sick. And then luckily, like for both of us, we were kind of on the same wavelength of just, all right, we're doing it now. We're hopping on it now. So I thought that was like really dope how just instantly we clicked.
Yeah, it was fun. And for us too. Like before that though, I went to like 3 different Hot Lolas.
Oops.
To look for him?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because he was like, yo, I'm over. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll see you. I'm going to grab some coffee because I had to get somewhere that day too. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? I'm like, is this a spot? And you're wearing a beanie and you're like, I haven't had a haircut, dude. Trying to save a haircut.
Is that what David sounds like?
Hey, man. Hey, man. I'm trying to save a haircut.
Maybe in the morning, I'm like,
Oh, God.
What do you make his sound so crusty? Hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
damn.
But yeah, that was cool, man. I think, I don't know. I think the world just aligns good people together somehow. And I don't know, we'll keep this going.
See, that's why it felt like we knew each other for eternity because we already did. I just physically met you a month ago.
Yeah. Boom.
Me? Oh, no, him. Yeah, no.
Dude, I was
Just
just
like, I've known you.
for like,
Fortunately.
for how many months? 6 months?
Yeah, something like that.
See, it's like
And
cool people.
we're the best of friends.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's just cool. This year has, like, I was sitting down the other day editing videos and I was just like, dude, this has been the best fucking year of my life because I've met so many cool people. Just like, I have so many big dreams that I want to like just crazily achieve, and it's going to happen. And I think it's coming together, like everyone that I'm meeting. It's going to be cool.
I feel that. This year, it's been the roughest year, but it's also been the most growth I ever felt towards like my business.
Yeah.
It's like towards just me as a person, not just like cooking wise, but just talking to people and just being more interactive. Because
Yeah.
if you met me 2 years ago, I would be the most closed off, introverted person ever.
Talking on a wall, or
Yeah. No, I beat the wall.
you'd be the wall. You'd be,
Like in the corners, be like, what do I do now, guys?
but this has been fun. Hannah, you want to say anything? Or?
Thank you for having me.
Dude, you're awesome. You're the best. Hopefully you get to work on more stuff.
Yes.
If anyone wants to hire Hannah, great.
Yeah. Well, we'll tag everyone's socials on the platform and her new website. Also, she's not here, but SEVA, she's got to get going here in a little bit. But she helped me out today. Super helpful.
Thank you, SEVA.
Thank you.
SEVA.
SEVA. That's how I say it. But yeah, and thank you for Takira Habanero. And then we're about to taste some peach rainbow pie. Dude, this Pepsi is freaking amazing.
See, it helps, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like Superman. Usually I'm like burping and
Give half the soda. Cheers. Thank you.
Now you have whole.
Oh.
You're now whole.
Wow.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Isn't there jackfruit? No. They have a jackfruit one. There's jackfruit in there. I thought so. But yeah, that concludes. That's you could take one. This is yours.
They good?
Bonkers.
Yoinks.
I'm gonna do more of these. We'll do another one. I want to do a Korean one. Korean foods.
Not me. That's all her.
Well, have you had Korean food?
Yeah, somewhat, kind of. Not like real authentic Korean food. I would love like homemade kimchi. That's really good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So my mom, she just recently moved to Kentucky. Not recently. It was back in April, and I ran through my kimchi, so I'm out. So I have to make my own now. Scared.
You could do it. Can I have some?
Yeah, I got you.
Yo, where am I gonna get this butter, dude?
I'll make it for you. It's a pretty easy recipe.
Can we do a video of it? Yeah. And this is cool too. So through you guys, I met God, what's his name? Stump Kids.
Miguel.
Oh, Miguel, Mig, yeah.
Stoop Kid?
Stoop Kid. Yeah.
Oh, the menu. Yeah.
Yeah, so like we had that first seating and we just like hit it off and I was like, dude, this is sick. And then the next day I was talking about foods and one thing led to the next. I'm like, yo, let's go. I'm like, so we met up the next day, had some food. I was like, dude, this is sick.
Oh, I thought you guys knew each other before.
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, I was like,
That's kind of
Did
how.
you bring him here?
No, I brought him some other place, but yeah, man, that's how I kind of roll. Just meet cool people and go. I'm trying to meet every cool person in this world. So as crazy as that sounds, but cheers. This is great. Thanks again for everything. We're gonna go over and have some drinks over there at Alegria. So cheers. That concludes the Social Mag podcast. I think that's a good episode to start. It'll be fun. Peace.